Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo de Munguia. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Oscar De La Hoya calls out Jamil Charlo. Excuse me, calls out Jamal Charlo. Uh, he calls him out, calls out Al Heyman. He tells Charlo to grow some balls. Now, it's kind of a multi video here. Shout out to Irv. He reposted something, reposted the clip. So I play it, but give me a minute. And he also found out that Benavidez liked the comment on Instagram where Oscar De La Hoya said it. So we gonna get it all together, man. But here we go.
It's the same bullshit. I mean, it's hiding behind Al Heyman. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. I'm asking these fighters, hey, if you really want to fight, then don't stop saying that talk to my promoter, my manager. No, you have the voice, the power to make the fight happen. Ryan Garcia wants to fight Tank Davis. Jaime wants to fight Charlo. We want to go after the very best. That's the bottom.
So you heard Oscar De La Hoya. He said they want to go after the very best and stop hiding behind Al Heyman. Now, apparently, we have had a couple example of fighters, going off script and doing, what they want to do. All right. As far as remember Adrian Broner, Floyd revealed that Adrian Broner went against Al Heyman wishes and jumped up 2 weight classes, took on Paulo Malignaggi, then stayed there and took on Marcos Madonna. And Floyd Mayweather told him that he should just stuck with Al Heyman's plan, right, and stayed the course. So you see right here, it's the same interview. Benavidez liked it. So, I mean, that's what boxing is about. Is about taking chances and taking risks. That's just what it is. And it seemed like Al Heyman don't want his fighters to take risks, you know. And some of them probably come in there and be like, yeah, I want to I want the fight, I want the fight, I want the fight, I want the fight. And probably Al Heyman talk him out of it, you know. And is it messed up? Yeah, it's messed up, bro. But he probably gonna tell you down the line we got something bigger for you. Like Ugas, he talked Ugas out of taking the Terrence Crawford fight. And he said, well, I'll make you a world champion down the line. And guess what? Ugas was a world champion. So I mean, he's an advisor, He's gonna advise he advised your careers accordingly. I told y'all he was talking Spence out the fight. For real, he was talking Spence out the fight, telling them that he got bigger plans for him, this, that, and the third, and don't do this, don't do that. But then again, remember a couple fighters that was affiliated with Al Heyman after their career when they got in some money trouble. I'm not gonna say their names. Al Heyman, got him out of some money issues. So I mean, it's a connection for a lifetime. And when you look at that contract that he signed, he has total control. Now, if they go there and really beg him to make a fight, he will make it, or tell him, hey, bro, this is the only fight I want. It happened. I mean, Sean Porter happened with Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. Sean Porter said, I ain't fighting no more unless you make this Terrence Crawford fight happen. Adrian Broner said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take on Madonna. I don't care what you say. So, at the end of the day, bro, it's been, stories told about guys when it come down to it. When they really want to do something, they gonna do it. And at the end of the day, with Jamal Charlo, all he doing is waiting on Canelo Alvarez. Now, in this situation, they was willing to fight Jaime Munguia. Now, from my understanding, bro, they was willing to take him on. And what happened was, at the end of the day, the zone wanted a piece of the pie. That's it. And Jaime Munguia, he had to, he couldn't lead his own. He's obligated to stay on his own and fight. So, there you have it. So the zone didn't get a pie, didn't get a piece of it. He couldn't go over there. And then you do that at the last minute. Then what Showtime supposed to do? Go back tell CBS that we splitting the profits with them, splitting the losses with them. So the zone wanted to come in there at the last minute and get a piece of the pie. Had they said that from the beginning, then the negotiations wouldn't even have been that long. And now Heyman obviously don't want to split nothing with nobody. He didn't even want to make the Wilder rematch in the trilogy. Wilder begged him for the rematch in the trilogy. He didn't want to make that. Al wanted to go in a different direction. So Al they want to do everything on PBC and they want to do everything on a platform. So that is what it is. You know, can you get mad at them? I mean, you got to understand the complexity of how long this been going on, bro. That's what people got to understand, how long this been going on, bro. A lot of y'all just start watching boxing in the last 8 years, 5 to 8 years, maybe some more, some less, give or take. But y'all understand, man, this whole beef started with Bob Arum. Bob Arum was jealous of Al Heyman, was getting his fighters more money out of HBO, than he was getting for his fighters. And he right, Andre Roberto was making more money than a lot of guys on HBO. And he didn't. A lot of people believe, I'm not the one to say this or believe this, but a lot of people believe he didn't deserve it. A lot of people say, well, he didn't deserve that. That's what people said. And at the end of the day, bro, the amount of money that he was getting out of HBO, Bob Arum got jealous. He created a divide before he even got to know Al Heyman for real, to do business with Al Heyman for real. He created a divide. So he did that, and that kind of started the ball rolling with them not wanting to work together and do business together, and Oscar De La Hoya thing, that was excuse me, that was Al Heyman. I mean, that was Al Heyman fault. He tried to buy Golden Boy for $100 million. That was a rumor. And Oscar De La Hoya, he was on a rehab and stuff, and stuff happened there, and he didn't want to sell the company. So when he was going through his trials and tribulations, allegedly Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer ran out the contracts of a lot of the fighters so they can just be advised and managed by Al Heyman and basically create PBC. De La Hoya sued or took legal action, and he got some of the fighters back. I think it was like Amir Khan, Leo Santa Cruz, a couple guys. He got a few fighters back. Al Heyman got Leo back by buying his contract out or whatever. But yeah, he got some of his fighters back, and so that's kind of where they beef started at. He ran out the contracts of Danny Garcia, a few other guys that was over there, Deontay Wilder, so he could start PBC. So I mean, it is what it is. So you could say Al Heyman did it. You could say Oscar did it because he messed the image up of Golden Boy. So it is what it is. So that's kind of where they beef really kind of started at. All that beef really started at. And it's been a divide amongst, fans since. But it says De La Hoya, I hope Charlo grows some balls, tell his management team I want to fight Munguia. He said, in terms of Charlo, we ready to make the fight. Oscar De La Hoya claimed during the press conference that otherwise discussed this weekend's clash between Munguia and English Jimmy Kelly. He said, we were ready to do whatever it takes to get Jaime the fight that he wants, the fight that everyone has been asked for. Obviously, the one thing about Charlo, the whole PBC stable, is they hide behind Al Heyman. That's the bottom line. We don't want to make ordinary fights. We want to make the best fights. When our fighters are ready, we want to make the fights with the very best. I'm hoping Charlo grows some balls and tells his management team, I want to fight Jaime Munguia. I want to fight the very best. So he said, according to De La Hoya, who wrote this article? Jake Diamond, shout out to him. According to De La Hoya, there remains to revisit those plans after Saturday's main event. What the Hall of Famer, former 6th Division titleist, head of Golden Boy Promotion would like to see moving forward is a greater cooperation, but from both platforms. Quote, that's the fight we want to make. That's the type of fight that the boxing fans need, De La Hoya says. Quote, I'm never going to exclude my TV partner, DAZN, from any type of negotiations. Meet us halfway. We can walk across the street. Meet us halfway in the middle of the same street, whatever it takes. So, right in there, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Al Heyman don't want to split nothing with nobody. Al Heyman want to assume all the wins. Al Heyman want to assume all the losses. It's as simple as that. You know, he want to assume all the wins, all the losses, or, whatever, whatever it might be, and that's what he want to do. He don't want the zone to be a part. But then at the same time, the zone came in at the last minute. From what I understand, it wasn't even like they was interested in making the fight. It was interested in what was going on. Then somebody must have said something, and they wanted a piece of the pie at the last minute, and that's what threw off the negotiations. Yep, and that's what threw off the negotiations. So say what you want to say. The zone messed that up for him. And if you wanted to be a part of it in the beginning, man, you wouldn't have wasted nobody's time. You wouldn't have wasted nobody's time. But they did. And at the end of the day, everybody begging Al Heyman to play along. It ain't like Al Heyman up there in the top at the top of the castle, eat like a king. He losing money too. He's losing money too, but can't force somebody not to do something. At this point it sounds like they begging. That's what it sounds like. At this point it sounds like they begging, but it is what it is. Jamal will probably come on and say something, but they're not gonna go against Al Heyman, and contractually they can't, or they gonna get put on the shelf. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. We go live and drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. Check out the Box News playlist. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.